Okay, this is going to be my sixth episode I've done of AI for those over 50 and how to use Chat GPT. In this one, I'm deviating just a little bit. I know you've seen recently where there's all these changes going on with Medicare and Social Security and all that. And I had a situation where I am trying to digitally respond to them without setting up an appointment. It's very hard to get an appointment and all that. So I use ChatGPT to do that, and I'm going to show you how that worked out and what that did. So in this video, I hope you enjoy this. Okay, I always show how to get ChatGPT. And in this case, we go out to the App Store off your iPhone and we type in search for ChatGPT if you don't have this app on your phone to do a lot of the searches we're going to do here. And it comes up. And when it comes up, you want the one that says ChatGPT there in the middle with a little black squirrely thing to the left. This says the official app for OpenAI. Here it says update. That's because I own it. But if it didn't, you would say get, and you want to make sure that's the one you get because that's what's officially being done. You are getting a lot of searches on this for other apps. Those apps I haven't really gone to, but that's what you want. And there we are. We're back now to what's been loaded. And if you would click on that Chat GPT when you do the demo or you want to go search for something, it all works. So that's how you get Chat GPT. Okay, this episode 6, we're going to do something a little different here. We're going to look at what happens when you deal with Medicare and Social Security and some of those things. I know we keep hearing in the news media how you can't get a hold of anybody, you can't get appointments, you can't get to do that. So I use ChatGPT to handle an issue I have. I took basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask it about what is the income related monthly adjustment amount for 2026, which is based on your 2024 income. Um, and because I took a package and was retired, that process results in me having to do a one-time adjustment to prove that I will not be having that income anymore. So the first thing I'm doing here is I'm going to ask it what the Medicare IRMAA income-related monthly adjustment amounts are for 2026. It's probably going to come back and say it doesn't calculate it yet because it doesn't happen until fall, but it will give a good estimate of what that's going to be, so you can kind of know. And I've seen some people here who got these lump sum payouts and all that kind of stuff, and ended up with some pretty massive differences between what their income in retirement is versus their income based on that 2 years looking back when they got retired. So based on that, here I'm gonna go out and see what it comes back and tells us, and what was forecasted. And it's gonna come back and it's looking that up. And we're in Chat GPT right now. Um, it's interesting in that it will tell you, you know, what it's all based on and all that. There's a lot of good information out there. Talks about the adjustment is determined based on Part B and D, and it's based on your 2024 modified adjusted gross income, which that means basically all your income before you start doing deductions and all that kind of stuff. So this can get to be a big issue. So it's projected, for individuals, to be anything under 107 is just the standard IRMAA. But as you go from like 107,000 to 134, it starts increasing. You go over 169,000, it increases more, and all that individually. Same with married under 214,000. It's just there is no IRMAA. But then as you go from 214 to 216, it increases and starts increasing. And as you can see, if you took some big payouts and all that, it can really impact what you start paying because it goes back 2 years. So, they're figuring out that, it's some of that's based on, what they think is going to happen with inflation, all that. But, basically it's all based on 2024 modified adjusted gross income. So what I'm going to ask it here is if I have a one-time life event, what do I need to do to file that? And one of the problems I was seeing is that when, the people are saying, hey, I can't get a hold of anybody, I got to go see somebody, I got to do this, I got to do that. When I ran this the first time, what I found out is, ChatGPT is going to show you here how you can upload that document digitally. I did validate already by talking to Social Security. I waited 10 minutes on a call, which surprised me. And the guy looked it up, said, yeah, they had received it and they had forwarded it on to the person that needs to review it, and they had all the information they need. Even though that IRMAA adjustment won't be figured out until October next year. So I'm trying to stay way ahead of the game because I already know what the answer pretty much is going to be based on the income I'm taking and where I think I'll be this year. So, what I'm really asking to tell me here is, how do I do that one-time event? And because of retirement or job loss. And so let's just see what it comes back and tells you. So it's going to come back, and it's going to say, you can reduce or eliminate your Medicare adjustment amount based on a one-time life-changing event, which is what I think I'm going to be able to justify. And you got to fill out this form SSA 44. Gives you a step-by-step guide, tells you what the qualifying events are, such as retirement, job loss, death of a spouse, divorce, loss of income, loss of pension income, employment settlement payment. And then it tells you how to download that form from the Social Security site, which I did. And you fill that out, and it tells you all the documentation they need. So I scanned that documentation from my printer to an email to myself, and then simulated that with the SS form. And the stuff they needed was the severance agreement, my tax return, my W-2s, all that kind of stuff. And so then I pulled it together, and here they're telling you can online upload all that, or you can drop it off in the mail, or you can have an in-person appointment, which is what people were telling me you had to go do. Anyway, and then you wait for a decision. So as I said, I'd already called Social Security, and I kind of know mine's in process. But the point here is that you can upload all this stuff into Chat GPT shows you how to upload it. It gives you the outline of what they're looking for. You can collect all the document. You can scan it in. And now I'm asking it to give me a PDF version of that step-by-step guide so that I can print that or send that to myself. And by getting all that, I have reference now to go back and do what needs to be done. So it analyzes that. It comes back. It's going to give me that PDF file. And once it does that, I've got that so I can print it or I can, send it out. And I just want to say that's really the end of this episode, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you like it, click like, and please subscribe to my site. And I look forward to seeing you in my next episode.